What's going on, people of the world? I made a video in a while. Figured, now of all times, this is the best time because, when stuff doesn't happen, it doesn't make it exciting. So, yesterday, well, I'll start a little bit farther back. Here recently, of course, you all know what's going on with my ex-wife. I'm working on getting a divorce and everything, selling the house and all this other stuff going on. So I posted my last video and she commented on there, started harassing me, basically talking shit, like always. So I ended up having to block her on there, and of course, all this other stuff. And she came over after that. Came here to get her stuff, and like I said before, if you come over, get your stuff, don't say a word, just get your stuff, go on about your business. Nothing needs to be said, just get your stuff. Still have stuff in the house, still hasn't took everything out of the house. We already sold the house. I have 30 days, me and my dad have 30 days to get out, so we're working on trying to find a place. But anyway, she came over a couple nights ago, I think it was, and showed up, was getting her stuff, and then all of a sudden she started trying to talk to me. Now granted, I don't want to talk to her, no reason to talk to her. Like I said, with the kids, there's no other way to talk to her about it, because for her standpoint, it's her way or the highway kind of thing, and that's not how it works with the kids. We both have equal thing. Thena, she might try to drag that with Thena being my daughter and her daughter, but not biologically my daughter, but I've raised her from 1 month old. So anyway, sitting there, and she come over and she's getting her stuff, so I automatically start recording like the cops told me to. So I started recording, and then next thing I know, she's trying to talk to me. She's starting to fight, basically, conversation. She's getting hostile, aggravated. I guess I don't know what was said within whatever time, but emotions were obviously up. So she started a conversation with me. Of course, she still carried on about my son being duct taped after everything was already dismissed and all this other stuff. So next thing that happens when we're recording, she's sitting here trying to badmouth me. Once again, I'm recording the whole time. I told her, I was like, get your stuff and just go, be done. It's over. Let's be done with it. Move on with your life, whatever we got to do. We'll figure out the kids later. And she's always bringing the kids into it. Well, when you want to see your kids? I was like, I'll see my kids when I can. Because with my work schedule, I do not want to tell her it, because I don't want her knowing shit about my life, because if it's a need to know basis, it's need to know. She don't need to know. It's period. But anyway, so she started getting hostile with me, starting getting violent, and I told her, I kept telling her on the video, which I have recorded, just get your stuff and go. Just get what you need to get your shit and go. That's all you need to do. No point talking to me, because there's no talking, there's no conversating, whatever. So, of course, with that being said, when I recorded, she got upset and started cussing at me. She got all this other stuff off her chest, I guess, and she just had to talk about it. So while we're sitting there talking and recording, she sat down. She's like, well, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to spend the night, like she always says. No, you're not spending the night. You need to just go wherever you go, do what you got to do, and move on with your life. So I gave her chance after chance, and she still wouldn't leave, no matter what. So then I had to call the cops. Well, I think I've already said that before. I don't know, but I'm just recapping it to now. After that was said, she came back the same next day and picked up the pictures frames and stuff, the pictures over here on the back wall there, where her stuff is. And that's all she took. And she tried to ask me, well, where's the pictures that were in the small picture frame? And I didn't say anything to her, because, no point talking to her, because she's just trying to have a conversation with me and try to talk to me, and I don't want to talk to you. It's not, with what's shit going on and how you have to lie and try to get me in trouble keep my kids from me too, is also reason for me not having a kind of conversation with you, because you also lied to my older son's mom about me being abusive to him, and I've never abused him, but she believed her lies. But anyway, she got pissed and was like, well, I guess that's something that the divorce lawyer is going to have to deal with, the pictures. I don't think they really give a shit about pictures, to be honest with you. Second of all, the pictures were mine. They were of us. She gave me as a Father's Day gift or Valentine's Day gift and the frames. So I took the pictures, but I gave her the frames because she paid for the frames. And the pictures were mine anyway. They were gifts. But anywho, then after that, she had the nerve to say, well, it's nice to see that you're trying to erase us completely. And I was a little confused by that, because we're already erased completely. We were together for 3 years, and like I said, that 3 years was hell. I went through it. I tried to do my best, and when I stuck with it and tried to make everything, not saying I'm perfect, we had our problems, but most of the time it was always revolved around the same thing. Like now, she would get pissed and then she'd leave. But anywho, after that day, she was here, and I called the cops. She was talking to the cops and everything was going on, and I went on and went to talk to him, and God told the cops, I said, I don't give a fuck if she comes here and gets her stuff. It is what it is. I don't care. I just don't want to talk to her, because there's no point talking to her. There's no such thing as talking to her. It just carries on, drags, and goes to a fight. Like I said, before I even called the cops, we were talking on the couch for a good 30 minutes. And when I say 30 minutes, it was basically her trying to get information from me about stuff or say whatever. And the fact that I brought up on the EPO that I brought up multiple things that I figured was important. And I even recorded the conversation. And she tried to play like she had no idea what I was talking about. One of them being a lawnmower in the backyard was taken. She tried to play it off like she didn't know what fucking lawnmower I was talking about. What lawnmower? What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. And then all of a sudden, after that, when I said that, she admitted to taking the lawnmower, but she said she drove it to her mom's all the way from here. Now, her mom's house is a good 15-20 minute drive with a car. Now, one, the gas tank on the riding mower didn't have enough gas in it. I know that for a fact. Two, there was no tire track, so the lawnmower would have been started. My dad would have heard it. So that was a lie. Three, when the lawnmower was taken, the burn barrel and the push mower was pushed out of the way, and there was tire tracks, three sets of tire tracks back there of two tires for 3 sets. So that means there was something pulling a what's that called? A trailer. And they put it on the trailer. It's not hard to push it. Not to mention, before the mower got taken, the key for the mower ended up missing. And it's on a keychain that happens to be leather. And it's a 5-year anniversary thing I got from Berry Global when I worked there as a factory worker. And it has my name on it and everything. So when she took that, she lied and said she didn't know what I was talking about. But then all of a sudden she said, oh, well, I drove that to Mom's. It's marital property. We bought it when we were together, so I just continued on. And I told her, I said, well, you come in here and stealing the stuff that's not yours and marital property and all this other stuff. Your marital property splits down the middle. I didn't steal nothing, whatever, carried on. And then once again, while we're sitting there talking and having the discussion, I brought up the fact that she was like, why, this is that, whatever going on, and we don't talk. I said, well, I have good reason for that, because you put out bullshit EPOs on me saying that I physically and verbally abused my son and you and my other 2 kids. And then she had the nerve, once again on recording, to say, I didn't put that on the EPO. I never said you physically or verbally abused us. Yeah, you did. I have the fucking EPO on file. And I haven't read it in a long time. Well, you know what's on there. You wrote it. And then they found it. There was no evidence because it never fucking happened. She's just trying to make it seem like I'm a bad guy when I didn't do anything. I haven't done shit. I'm the type of person that gets my shit done and goes. But anyway, she also went to the extreme to try to say that I pay for sex, that she had evidence that I've paid for sex, that I was talking to somebody and somebody posted it on their story about us, and that I was messing around with her while we were together. And she also went to the extremes of having saying that she had an STD, so I need to get checked. So because she knows she didn't cheat, but it had to come from me. I haven't even been with anybody at all since me and her were together. When we were together, we were together. I'm with somebody, I'm with them. I'm not floating around with nobody else. I work with people, but other than that, working with people doesn't. There is some people out there in the world that believe when you're in a relationship, it's a committed relationship, and I think it's hard for some people to believe that, but it's true. I've only been in 2 relationships in my life, and I'm not ashamed of it. And both relationships I've been in, I was committed to that person, and one was 10 years, one was 3 years, but regardless, that's how it was. Anywho, she also went to the extreme to try to say that I solicited my older son's mom for sex. Once again, no. You're just kind of trying to start a fight and get me all riled up, which, everything you're saying is lies, so it's not true. Then also the concept of the fact that I was talking to her, I brought up about the laptop like I did before. I said, well, why were you on my laptop? And she's like, well, I was trying to look something up. I was like, no, you weren't, because, you shouldn't be on my computer anyway. It's my computer. And then she brought up the lie, which I recorded. She said, well, I was trying to print something off. When she moved out 2 months ago, she stole the printer. There ain't no printer here. So what other bullshit lie are you trying to say? And then she went on to get I guess she had an argument with her brother, too, because she happened the nerve to say that, well, my brother thinks you're cute. You might get with him. They must have gotten into a fight about something about me, and she didn't like it. He disagreed. But anyway, what I was carrying on about was that leading to today, after that happened and the cops were called and she fell off the stage, so they had to call an ambulance, and then she ended up showing the very next day to get the picture frames, like I said. But anyway, today I wake up, I'm off work today. I woke up and she came over last night. She was here when I was coming home. She waited, and I finally pulled up when she was here, and I seen the kids, and she said, well, what time do you want to see the kids tomorrow? And I said, well, I have stuff to do. And I said, well, maybe 4 o'clock. So I was assuming they were coming over today at 4 o'clock. Well, all of a sudden I wake up this morning, I get a Snapchat, and it's her. And I was like, well, I thought I blocked her profiles because, for reasons. Anywho, she texted me and said, well, there's a family emergency. We gotta go to Ohio, so on and so forth. Like stuff that's not, whatever. And she's not gonna be able to bring the kids until maybe tonight at 10 o'clock. So I was like, alright. So I didn't say anything. I just deleted it and got off there. And I went to the bathroom. And this bedroom door behind me right here is locked. I lock it every night, like I said, for safety, because I actually fixed it. I went to the bathroom in here, and I usually lock this bathroom door, but I didn't lock the bathroom door, so I went to the bathroom. Next thing I know, I hear banging on the bedroom door. I'm like, who the hell is that? It can't be my dad, because my dad, he would message me and tell me if something's going on. Next thing you know, I hear the door bust open. And then I hear knocking on the bathroom door. Well, it's her. She's here. And I'm in the bathroom. The door's not locked, so she goes to open the door to walk in the door, so I hurry up and jump up real quick. And I'm like, open the door. I said, what? And she's like, well, I brought the kids here to see you. We gotta go to Ohio, and it's a family emergency. I don't know when we'll be back, and blah, blah, blah. So I walk outside to go see my kids. Once again, I'm tired. I just woke up. As you can tell, my eyes are still a little whatever. I walk outside, and her car's parked out front, because I had to park over here from last night. And when I walk up to the car, in the front seat, there's some random dude in the car. I don't know who the fuck she is. Once again, I've said she's been talking to somebody since we've been together, even when we were together. I knew it, and she tried to play it off like she wasn't. So anyway, I didn't open the door to see my kids, and she's like, you can open the door. I said, no, that's your car. I'm not opening the door. Open the door. Athena's in the back seat. Athena's all upset because, by what Athena and Bryden heard is they were supposed to come here and spend time with Daddy and Grandpa, but, that's not happening today. So she was upset, so I had to comfort her. Told her, gave her a hug, and said, "Can I have a hug and kiss?" And she said, "Yeah." And I whispered to her. I told her, I said, "Look, I understand stuff's going on right now." I said, "But you will see Daddy. I promise you. You'll see Daddy again. I'll make sure that you come over." I said, "I love you." And she was upset. And I went over to Bryden. I said, "Let me go say bye to Bryden." Walked over to Bryden, opened the door, gave him a hug, and I was like, "I love you, buddy." I said, "Daddy, will see you again later." I said, "Stuff's going on. Don't you worry, because you'll see Daddy again." And Grandpa. He said, "Okay." So I gave him a hug, kiss, and then when I shut the door, I walked off. And me being me, I didn't cause a scene or fight or nothing. She clearly had a mission with this dude in the car. Stupidly telling me his name, too, because she was on the phone with somebody. So granted, this guy, whoever the hell this guy is around my kids, that she determined to have around my kids, is the one that she also said the other night was a better father figure than I'll ever be. That's a joke. He doesn't know the real you. I know the real you. And who knows what bullshit lies you fed this guy. I feel sorry for him, to be honest with you, because he's got to deal with you. I don't wish that upon anybody. But anyway, she's like, "Well, what time do you work tomorrow?" And I said, "I didn't say anything." She's like, "Well, what time should I bring kids over?" So I'll let you know. And so she's like, "Oh, how you gonna let me know? You don't even contact me." Once again, there's a good reason I don't contact you, because, clearly you got other guy, and you won't stop harassing me. You come over here, harass me all the fucking time, start fights, trying to conversations. She even screamed at my dad the other night when the cops were here. Yelled at him, and he yelled back at her, and I got it on video. All on video. But anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and I had a few things on my mind I wanted to talk about. I wanted to discuss it because she just kind of dragging a dead horse around, basically. She doesn't get the concept. You're with this guy, be with this guy. Let the kids see their dad. We'll go to court, whatever. You can try to get child support. It's not going to work. I got money. I'm going to a lawyer. We're going to get this shit situated, and we're getting a divorce, and we're going to move on with our lives. I don't become friends with the person I was with, especially when it's an abusive type bullshit relationship, when you make lies. That's not who I am. I take care of business, and that's what I do. I move on, and yet she still does not understand the concept that I don't want nothing to do with her. My kids are one thing, but, you and me ain't shit. And you bring a guy over here to start a fight, basically, to try to show me your new guy, and, I'm not even going to say his name, because I don't say anybody's name, but, I feel sorry for him. I really do. You need help, and the fact that you're bringing somebody over here and accusing me of cheating somebody, I've never been with nobody. I talk to people, but that's about it. Just being friendly. My main priority is my kids, and it always has been my kids. But anyway, I'm going to get off here. Y'all have a good day, good night, good morning, good afternoon, good year, whatever you got to do. Keep doing what you're doing. Be the best you can be. And once again, I will make another video here soon. But I'll talk to y'all later. Love, peace, chick grease. And hopefully, life goes good for you. Alright, later.